In this video, I'm going to go over some troubleshooting techniques that you might use if you have some issues with things that are going on your Windows, whether it's Windows 8, 7, 10, whatever. A few issues I've had with the keyboard, my display monitor. I resolved them by basically going to the device manager. A couple of ways to get to it. One way is to hit the Windows logo in the lower left corner and then scroll down through this menu here on the left and go to Windows Administrative Tools, and then you have Computer Management. Click on that. And then from here, I click on Device Manager. Okay. That's one way to do it. Or we could just, here in the search area, at the lower left here, type in Device Manager, and it appears up here, and then we just click on it. Okay. Now, one occasion for me, I was having trouble with my display. It would be going in and out, light and dark and so forth. And sometimes it would say dark for a few minutes, sometimes even longer, and then it would come back. And what fixed it for me is I went to Device Manager here. I clicked on the left here on Disk. I'm sorry, Display. I'm looking at the wrong one. So Display here. Click on this one. And then this one right here, HD3200 graphics. Right click on that, and then update driver. And then two options here: browse my computer for drivers. Okay, if you downloaded some, you're gonna have them. I didn't do that, so I don't have them. So you do just automatic here. So go to the web, click on this, and it'll search. Now, I shouldn't need the drivers now, but when I was having issues, it told me that I needed, my drivers were out of date, so it automatically downloaded them. That fixed the issue. So here it says the best drivers for your device are already installed. Okay. Now, another time I had issues with my keyboard. First few times, though, it was the batteries. Didn't realize that it was wireless, so it needed batteries. Then in the third time, batteries were okay, but it wasn't responding. I would hit a letter and it wouldn't print it. So I went here again to keyboard and then clicked on it to access this right here. And again, update the driver. And again, I shouldn't need it now, but at the time, this fixed it. Okay, the best drivers for your device are already installed, so okay. So if that's the case, and we close this out. Another thing you can do, and this generally, you might get lucky and this might work, but sometimes you go to All Settings, lower right corner there, the Notifications tab, and click on Update and Security. your device is up to date. Last checked yesterday 11:27 p.m. so you can try this. And I don't think anything will come up for me right now because I'm not having any issues per se right now. So anyway, you would wait for that. And then these are the basic, they're more advanced ways you could look at this, but these are things that have worked for me in the past. Another thing you can do is go to the control panel. So again, I have it pinned to the to my start menu here. But again, if you type on this lower left corner here, search area here, type in control panel. See, I just typed in C and it came up. So there, click on that. And then if you can't see this on these icons here, sometimes you have it by category like this. Okay, so if you don't see it there, then just go and either put it on large or small icons. You can see more of it. And then over here on system, click on system, and here system protection on the left side here. Okay, and this should be on. Okay, if you have this turned off, then you're not going to have any points. Windows automatically creates these restore points, especially when it has an important update. It'll create an important restore point. You can do it yourself, okay, by just hitting on configure. So in other words, if you're one day your computer seems to be working fine, you click on something and it's real responsive, and okay, and I like the way the computer's working today. So you want to keep that, you want to create a restore point on that particular day. If you feel your computer is working great, create a restore point. Let's say a couple of days later, it's not responding like it was. Okay, maybe you downloaded some kind of software that changed some of the settings or something. Then you can go ahead and go to System Restore and restore your computer to the way it was a few days ago when you created that restore point. Okay, so if we go here to System Restore, okay, so this one tells you what's going to happen. Restore system files and settings. System Restore can help fix problems that might be making your computer run slowly or stop responding. System Restore does not affect any of your documents, pictures, or other personal data. Recently installed programs or drivers might be uninstalled. So in other words, if you maybe made some changes or installed something after you created the restore point, when you go back to that same spot in time, those might be missing, but the majority of your programs and your data will be there. Okay, and then you would click on next here, and I'm not going to do it because it takes a while, and I'm not having any issues. I'm just doing this for the video, so I would click on next, and then you would follow the procedure that it tells you. And again, once you start it, you can't stop it. Now, on some occasions, it'll go through it and it'll take 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes depending, and it might tell you System Restore failed. Now that doesn't mean your computer is messed up. It just means that it didn't go through, so nothing was changed. Your computer stays the way it was. Whatever issue you had, you still have it. And sometimes it'll tell you that it could be your virus software, okay, your firewall or something. So it'll tell you to disable it until the process is finished. So you can disable it for about an hour or something like that, and see what happens. But anyway, those are some just basic things that you can do to try to get your computer to work the way you want it to work. Okay, and like I said, I would recommend that you create a restore point. So here, if I click on configure here, see, right now it's allocating 1% or 1.11 gigabytes of your storage to create these points. So if you want more, okay, you don't want too much, because that's taking disk space. Okay, now these can be deleted by doing a cleanup. Okay, so you can set it at 3% or whatever you want. I'll leave it there at about 3% and apply. Okay, so if I click on let me go back to System Restore. Okay, next. Okay, so then if you go to this point here, it shows you, and at this particular point, sometimes it'll have a little list here as show more points. Well, the only one that I have was created on the 19th of April, just a few days ago. See, it has manual, so that means I did it, and I could label it whatever I wanted. I just put manual there. I could have given it some type of name. But Windows will automatically create some, like I said, after major installations or updates, it'll do that. So, but like I said, I would recommend that you create some, especially if you feel your computer is working fine on that particular day. Okay, that concludes the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.